Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Habtoor Polo Resort and Club for our third day of play in the Silver Cup 2025. Our first match will be between Gantut and Wolves. But as you can see for our Polo Line viewers, this is a rather sombre occasion with the loss of Martin Chukker and also Rufino Lawley. This is why we postponed the matches yesterday. And such a terrible travesty for the polo world. And our commiserations and thoughts go out to the Lawleys and the Garahans. Very much so. And I'd just like to ask Sebastian to say a few words. I mean, I knew Chukker really well, the true voice of polo, as it were. A great man, a great player from a wonderful family, the Garahans. And Rufino, such a young life that we've lost way before its time and due. A rising star in the polo world. A great teammate and a superhuman being.
Thank you, Adam. Yeah, well said. It's a very sad moment here in, everywhere in the world, in the polo community. And in the name of Polo Line Group and everyone that is around us all the time, I would like to send all our love to both families, the Harraham and the Lawley families in this terrible moment. So yeah, and the least we can do is to commemorate this transmission, these two matches. It will be a minute of silence to commemorate their lives, you know. So there you go.
Thank you very much indeed, Sebastian. And yeah, everybody's completely taken back, and there is much love and sympathy and condolences to both families for this tragic loss of both these amazing characters within polo.
Soy Rufino Lawley y tengo 13 años. Todos los días montar, jugar práctica, partido, Chukker, kilómetros. Yeah, it's amazing playing the high court with the best players, best horses, best organizations. So yeah, it's a pleasure.
I came here to England since I'm born, but I always said I have to work to play here, so I worked a lot to play here.
Siempre montando, jugando, escuchando, mirando, saber de caballos, estar tratando siempre de estar bien montado y escuchar. ¿Dedicarla? No, capaz que a mi familia, a mi papá y a mi mamá, que la verdad que se desvelan, se trabajan, me ayudan en cantidad, a ellos más que otra cosa.
So, ladies and gentlemen, a quick tribute there to Rufino Lawley. And now we'll have the two teams just lining up here now with the umpires. And when I will call everybody to be upstanding for a minute of silence for Rufino and Chukker. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for paying our respects to two great losses in the polo world. And so I'll just quickly go through the teams. We have Gantut, who will be playing in the white shirts, and of course we have the Wolves in their green here this afternoon. And so now we'll just quickly go to the lineup. It's a little bit of a breezy afternoon here, a bit of sand just lifting a little bit from the never-ending construction here in Dubai. For Gantut, playing at number 1, it is the UAE's own Nasser Al-Shamsi on 1 goal. At number 2, it is Juan Averroggio on 5. Gonza Ferrari on 7 at number 3. And, of course, the familiar face of Marcos Kaku Araja. Making a 20-goal team against the Wolves. Playing at number 1 will be Habtoor on 1 goal. At number 2 is Benja Penelo. On 7, Felix Hussein on 6 goals at number 3. And substituting in for Santiago Laborde here this afternoon will be Benja Urquiza, with Santi just having a bit of a knee injury, so he's having to sit this one down. Gantut having had a win the other day. Wolves having had 2 wins so far. Our umpires out in the field are Peter Wright and Howard Smith, the third man being Matthias Baveni. So go to the far side of the field to get this match underway. They're just sorting out which way they're going to be going here now. And it looks like they are as they are. So we've got the Wolves heading towards the scoreboard, with Gantut heading back towards the Villas and Gantut. So there it is, the ball into play, out the back of the line, out it comes, a little bit untidy, but just picking this one up. Kaku comes in to pick that one up, gets away from his man here now, comes forward with it, gets a nice bit of protection there. A little difficult with the Gantut team. We're all wearing grey helmets and all wearing white shirts. The numbers aren't very clear, but we'll apologise for anything that happens there. Backhand comes in, Habtoor putting good pressure on Nasser, but it's enough to get it up there forward and running in towards the goal here now, and through the goal with a lovely quick goal there for Gantut. You can see on the replay here, there's a little backhand there by Nasser, and it was a super little play, just enough to get it to the man, and Gonza putting that one away. So back to the middle of the field, no handicap in this, both 20-goal teams. So, ball gets bowled back into play once more. Out the back of the line, out it comes. Penelo gets onto that, but he's just ridden off out of it, and it's just stolen away from him. They're both over the top of it, lost sight of it. It looks like it's a Rojo on the way here now. Going up forward. In behind him comes Ferrari. But you see Rojo, he's not going to waste any time. Gets hooked off out of it at the last minute. Little backhand there by Penelo. Just thwarting that attack, but quickly onto that. You see, read it well. Kaku, as usual, comes in onto this. There's a swarm of players around him, just looking for a little bit of space. Goes to drive that one in. I'm not sure if it came off a pony or a deflection, but it comes cleared away from the danger zone, but only picked up here now by Gonza. Gonza checks up, turns, looks to try and make a shot on this here, but now he's got too much traffic in front of it. It just clears enough for him to make an attempt at goal, and straight through the goals it is there. So I say it's a little bit difficult to read their shirts from here. They're all pretty much the same grey colour helmet. Looks all very smart, but just impossible for anybody to distinguish the two. So back to the middle here. I think it might have been Gonza who scored that, so I think he's had 2 goals so far. And the umpire just looking for a gap there. Someone to get that ball in to stop these melees, and in and out it comes. Nasser onto that. Backhand. Half stopped by Habtoor, but picked up again here. Picked up there by Gonza. Checks up. He's got Kaku in behind him. Keeps going by himself. Leaves it this time here now for Kaku. Kaku up on the move. Goes a long half swing. Sends that one up nicely. Looking to get up onto this one. Trying to get onto that was the same, but he felt that the umpires believe he was still sound on it, and so he goes, flicks it once more, and through the goals it is. So Kaku Raja putting that one away nicely. And you see there just the last bit. Just before that, though, we had a little bit of thought. Asim was actually thought that he had the line. He thought he'd come underneath the neck, only giving him a near side play. Umpire steamed. He got himself back onto that line quickly enough. So, a couple of players just quickly changing here. The umpire's counting it down. All players on side, coming in, trying to pick that one up on the meet. Well, Rojo, but it looks like it's going to be left here now for Kako. And so we get a whistle on that play there. And we get Polo goes up to the Villa end to quickly change. As does Felix and Habtoor. And the ball gets dropped down here now for a 60-yard penalty, a penalty 4. As we have players not waiting for a free change and quickly changing in their own time. As Polo scurries back here now. Comes up onto it, strikes it, looks to try and get something out of that with Polo. Wasn't quickly onside, just quickly taking advantage of the situation there. Maybe Kako was looking for that to happen and a ball to get moved slightly further forward. But the ball once again has been dropped down on the 60-yard line for a penalty 4 once more. Polo thought that he was going to be safe and all right on that. Ideally, he'd really have to come from outside the field. So circling around here now, Kako Raja. On his little grey mare here now. Beautifully mounted, always great horses, Kako. Comes up, drive, shoots, this time gets hold of that one. Makes over the top, but unfortunately looks like that one's gone to the left and out over the back line. So the score remains the same. 3 goals it is to Gantoot. And Wolves still looking to open up their account, and it'll be brought in here this time by Kiza. Kiza comes up forward, goes under neck with that one there, looking now for Benka Polo. Polo picks it up. Comes forward up onto the play once more. Benka. He's got Kako marking him. Puts a nice weighted pass up there in, but just gets interfered with in that one there. Does Urquiza. A little backhand there by Nasser. Tries to come back up onto it. Tries to flick this one away. Gets picked up here now. Well worked between the pair of them there. Takes the hook, does Benka, and picks possession up once more. Goes forward. He's got white shirts, a plethora of them all over him at the moment, but he keeps going forward with that play and trying to slip into that one there. The Gantoot player just coming across in between the two trailing Habtoor players, causing a foul. And it looks like it was Nasser possibly. And so we have a short penalty drop down here now for Benka Polo. So Benka comes around this here now. Short penalty, penalty 2, and straight through the goals it is, opening up the account here now for the Wolves. Make it 1 goal to the Wolves. And 3 goals to Gantoot with 2.5 minutes left to play here now. In Chukker number 1, this 5 Chukker match. 20-goal polo of the Silver Cup. Here at Habtoor. Bit of a stiff breeze out here this afternoon. So players get themselves back on side. Just going to be looking for a bit of a gap. Bowls that ball in play. Out the back of the line, out it comes. Looking to come onto that one there again is Kako. Kako picks it up here now. Looks to check up, come inside, avoids the hooking play. But as he tries to come back to it again, he's possibly come across Urquiza. Let's see what that on the replay it shows us here on Polo line. You can see from the drone footage here now. He checks up and comes across the flow of play. And we have a spot penalty here now in favour of the Wolves. With Baker to pick this up here now. Baker taps it up forward. Goes under the neck with that one there, looking now for Polo. Polo checks, comes, picks the play up nicely. Beats the first man, gets stopped though by Kaku. Kaku comes round on his near side, looks to pick it up, yields off and leaves it now for Ferrari. Ferrari turns, faces back forward again once again. You see Kaku comes back round to try and get in position, but he's kept off out of the play there by Polo. This time, tries to unload that one there for Broggio. Broggio looking to come in onto his near side to pick it up, couldn't quite pick it up cleanly, but is now picked up there by Benker. Stick side, near side, has to go back to his stick side once again. Does so, gets away with that, tries to open up the backhand, but it only falls as far this time as Nasser. Shamsi, Nasser. He gets that one stolen off him with a good backhand there by Felix, but it's only as far as Kaku. Kaku checks, turns, comes back inside there of Polo. He's just going to have to yield off him. Sends that one up forward nicely here now, looking for Nasser, but the back door's closed there by Urquiza. Urquiza checks, comes back inside. Almost, I would say, quite a pleasure to be riding Santi Labordi's ponies out here this afternoon, because he's got a cracking strunging, and he sends that one up nicely now for Habtoor. Habtoor in pursuit of him is Nasser. Habtoor getting away from him, avoiding that hook so far, still managed to do so. Looks to take the man and looks to come through on the near side. Has it got enough to travel? It's travelling, it's travelling, it's travelling, it's travelling, and it just gets pulled off out that line there by Nasser, but he heard a whistle. Thought that he was absolutely fine on that. You could see that ball, it was travelling, and Kaku comes in, makes a turn, and in doing so turned across the line of the ball, jumping on the opportunities there were the Wolves, so it's placed down about a metre from the goal, and it is going to be Benker Polo to put it away, making the score 2 goals. It is now the Wolves, and it's 3 for Gantut. So back to the middle of the field just once more. Closing that gap up here are the Wolves. They've had 2 unanswered goals. Gantut started off on fire and a hiss and a roar. And we get a whistle on that play once more, looking for a little bit of discipline in there, in that line out. And in fact, it's gone past the warning stages, and the ball's been dropped down here now for a penalty in favour of the Wolves. The warnings have been given. So, Benker up on the play here now. Looks to pick this up, comes forward on the play. Nasser comes up to put the pressure on to get it to unload it. Does so, sends that ball up nicely forward here now. Goes a little bit wide, couldn't quite get onto it because his own teammate. In comes a little bit of a backhand there, but this time it's picked up here by Sane. He sends that one in towards the goal. Habtoor trying to get to that one in time, but there's no need to do so because it's straight through the goals. On the death knell of the Chukker as the hooter goes, levelling up the scores at 3 goals apiece. So Habtoor just making sure that one goes all the way this time. You can never be too complacent, and all I can say is, you see from the aerial shot, that's just the players leaving. I thought we might have had a replay on that. But there it is at the end of Chukker number 1, 3 goals apiece, and now we'll go through some messages and some adverts from Polo Line.
Soy Rufino Laulé y tengo 13 años.
The same people come, the same people go.
Todos los días montar, jugar práctica, partido, Chukker, kilómetros.
Was extra special. I know you might be gone, and the world may not know.
Yeah, it's amazing playing the high court with the best players, best horses, best organizations. So yeah, it's a pleasure.
I come here to England since I'm born, but I always said I have to work to play here, so I worked a lot to play here.
Siempre montando, jugando, escuchando, mirando, saber de caballos, tratando siempre de estar bien montado y escuchar. pegarla, no, capaz que a mi familia, a mi papá y a mi mamá, que la verdad que se desvelan, se trabajan, me ayudan en cantidad, a ellos, más que otra cosa.
Let you go.
So thank you very much indeed to Polo Line there. We're back here live again at Habtoor, here in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, and the ball gets bowled back into play once more. No messing around this time. Comes out with that there, little backhand by Hussain, but it's only as far as I think it's Kaku onto that one there. Nasser standing in proximity to him. Gets that one unloaded and looks to fizz that one up forward, but it's only as far as Polo. Polo for the Wolves comes in, turns that one away, control the play before making the turn. So Polo faces back into attack. In comes a relentless attack there. Great play there by Ferrari. Little backhand. Didn't quite get to Arroyo, but sweeping onto that one in front of him is going to be Polo. Polo on the loose here now. Tapping this ball, running it up the field. Looking for his players either to get up forward. Looking for the options. Habtoor goes up the middle. Gets up past one. Flicks it round. Up onto his near side, but shows a little bit too much of that one to the man. And we get a whistle on the play. And we've got a little bit of a but why going on here now. Let's see if we can see on the replay if he even had the right to be in there. Now it looks like he was actually impeding a little bit there. And we have a spot penalty here now to the Whites. Have put that ball onto the near side of the Gantut player, only giving himself that on that occasion a stick side play. And therefore we'll have a penalty 5 now in favour of Gantut. Being teed up there by Kaku. Araja taps up forward. His runners are on the move. Waiting for it there is Polo. Goes under the neck. Puts this one out here now. Going across with him there is going to be Felix Hussain. Checks, turns, comes back inside him nicely there. Does Gonza. Comes forward. He's got Kaku in behind to form the train. Takes the man. Keeps going forward. Uses him to keep away there from Benka. Goes on the run once more. Does Gonza looking for the big pass there, but just to be met there by Hussain, but it's flicked on past him as he got hooked off out of it. Coming back with the backhand there is Felix once again. Plays a great play, but as he does, one of his teammates comes across that line from the backhand, looking to pick it up and clear it away a little bit further. And as the players came across in front of the Gantut player, it looks like we have a short penalty here now, penalty 2 in favour of Gantut. It looks like they'll take it from the spot. So Kaku comes up onto that one nicely now, making it 4 goals to Gantut and 3 goals to the Wolves. And back to the middle of the field once more. So in Chukker number 2 we have Habtoor on Solista, Cartel for Penelo, Urquiza on Clarin, and Felix on Marilyn as the ball's back into play. Felix comes away with it here, little grey Marilyn comes away with it here now, but it's taken away from him and scooped up out forward away from there by Brogio on this, but Felix goes back with him. Turns it away from him. Leaves a little flick pass back here now for Kaku. Kaku to whoop, and he's just over the top of that one there, but has enough time possibly to get back onto it. Felix thought that he might have been a bit slow onto it, but no, umpires deemed that he had plenty of space and time to actually get onto it, and wasn't a true challenge on that line. So Kaku brings it forward. His players go up forward, drills that one up nicely, up the middle of the field, looking for Gonza, but the backhand comes in by Polo. Nice, long, strong, but first round onto it. Looks like to me Kaku. Kaku's going to come in with the first simple backhand, helped along on its way a little bit here, but Benka's at the end there to meet it. Taps it out the air nicely, and this time sends it up forward once again, a little bit wide out towards the right-hand side. There's too many white shirts out there, and not enough green to get onto the end of it. And it's flicked out and taken out forward here now, just helping each other out along the way. This Gantut team working well, hooked off out of it this time, but it's now onto it. Urquiza, his ball left, tried to get back onto that. Spinello got on slightly, but you had Kaku behind, he couldn't pick it up on the near side, but now coming away in towards the middle field, finding a little bit of space, looks to try and cut that one back to his own teammate. It was sent forward, but Habtoor was waiting and said, thank you very much indeed, I'll take your pass, and sends his ball forward and straightens himself up a little bit here now. Just gets deceived on the bounce on that one there, and it's now picked up. Just look at the pony, just whip round there of Kaku's, just having to get out of the way there is Felix Hussein. But both of them coming onto it fast and hard. Near side play there by saying lovely acute near side backhand there by Felix, trying to set it up for Polo, but Polo's looked after Ambrosio. A little bit of space and time there for Nasser, but it's all in. It's picked up here by Okiza. Okiza coming through, keeping it short. Oh, and he's just sent that one a little bit wide out towards the side. He's going to go with the tail backhand, and tail backhand is strong, but it looks like he's put it just across the face of goal, and so it's going to be Habtoor to come back. Instead, he looked over his shoulder, so he couldn't make the turn, so he ended up just playing the backhand, but it's picked up and intercepted well here and sent up forward once more. But who's at the end of it? It is going to be Polo. Polo once again turns, comes back, faces towards goal once more, in towards the play on his near side. You have Kaku. Kaku spoils that play there for the Wolves, and this time, no, Akiza tries to get onto that. He was just jostling with the ball, but just got caught out there by Ambrosio and Nasser Al-Shamsi, working hard and riding down that line. And so for our Polo Line viewers, we can see on the replay here now that he just didn't quite get out of the way quickly enough, and therefore caused the infringement. And the umpires have given a free change, as we're about 3 minutes here through Chukker number 2. And looking to change, Habtoor's looking to change onto Johoso. Polo looking to get onto Corset with Simpatica for Felix, and Fiasco it is for Okiza. No, we get another whistle on that. Let's see what it is the umpires are going to be calling for here now. They're pulling everything out of the book here now to try and get a little bit of extra territory as and when they can. We still have a number of players who are still off the field. So we get some drone shots there as we see Kaku coming up from the bottom end by the scoreboard. And the ball sitting there on the halfway line for penalty 5B, a midfield penalty. Just has to go back up to it, just check, make sure he's happy with how it's being teed up. And players called by umpire Smith. Kaku up onto the play, opts to tap it, draws Polo into him. You see cutting away here now, giving him the options. It is Ferrari. Ferrari is the option there. Coming in behind is Ambrosio. Ferrari there with Felix. Felix working hard, just pushing him back a little bit, trying to find a little bit of space. Comes in, looks to steal that one away from the pair of them, but the turn gets hooked off out of it. And once again, the backhand comes in there nicely by Ambrosio, trying to set that one up forward. But first onto it is going to be Urquiza, who says a lovely neck shot out there, out for open space for Habtoor. Looks to pick it up on the near side, gets hooked off out of it by Nasser. Coming back onto that one there, as I say. Felix up on the boards. Felix being pressurised hard there. Comes in, leaves it now for Polo, in turn leaves it for Urquiza. Urquiza on over the top of the play here now. Players go up forward, looks for the option of Polo. Polo looking to get away from his man. You see just dropping him behind there is Felix. Felix up onto the play here this time. Can he get that one away? Now, I'm not sure he can get it away. No, he's just looking to see his man, and it just went a little bit wide, so allowing the Gantoot player in onto that one here now, and it's now picked up by Ambrosio once again. Comes forward, being hassled there by Habtoor. Habtoor flicks it away nicely from him. Saying, loving a bit of stick work here now, weaving his way, trying to find a bit of space. Does so nicely. A little backhand there, away there from Polo, but it's picked up nicely there by Kaku. Kaku opens it up and drives that one in towards the goal. He's going wide out towards the left-hand side. It's got the distance on it almost, but first back onto it here is going to be Habtoor. Plays a good strong tail backhand there by Habtoor. Nice play by him up there for Nasser, who plays a backhand, reciprocating it, but this time putting it back in towards the middle of the field. Another backhand there, this time by Gonza up there for Kaku. Kaku onto it, trying to get a hold of it. Couldn't get a hold of that play. And we get a whistle. As I said, it's a little bit difficult to see these shirts and all wearing the same coloured helmets. You can see on the drone here now. He comes forward. And they're all parked up over the top of the play. And a little bit of blocking going on onto that one there. So we have a penalty 2 here now in favour of Gantut. And once again, players scrambling for ponies. Keeping cycling round. But Kaku Raja up onto this one here now. Kaku just jogs up to this one, drops the mallet down and bobbles that one nicely through the goals, taking the score to be Wolves 3. 5 goals for Gantut and a minute left to play here in Chukker number 2. So 2 teams will go back to the far side of the field. One more chukker from that side, and then we'll, after the third chukker, the half-time break, we'll be throwing in from in front of us here at Polo line. And so, into play it comes, out the back of the line out, looking for that one there. The players leave it now for Roger to come onto, goes up forward, good play by him. Tries to straighten that one up, but he just let that one a little bit too much there for Pinello. Pinello picks it up here now for the Wolves. Pinello, and he gets his pocket pick there on that one there, beautifully by Gonza. Goes with the next shot, goes with that next shot and punishes them for it as well. A great play there by Gonza Ferrari. Making it 6 goals to 3. And we can see on the replay here, Benka thought that he was fine, but he just got that stolen away from on his near side. You don't give Gonza an inch because he'll certainly make the most of everything he's given, or every opportunity that he manages to take, should we say. So 2 teams line up, the ball gets bowled into play, literally on the hoot, so we have 30 seconds. And coming away with here now is Felix. Felix looking to come up onto this one here now. He's just over the top of that with the ride-off, came in onto him, but just settling onto that play is Abruzzo. Gets good protection there from Gonza, looking for something was Habtoor, but they're setting up the attack once again here. The backhand comes in, a good backhand there by Felix, and we get a little bit of confusion of players turning and trying to get onto that line, and we get a whistle on the play, and therefore that there will end. Chukker number 2 with the score being 6 goals to 3 it is, and it looks like Kaku's just smarting somewhat on that one there. I think he might have just come together with Habtoor, I think it would be. And so the players will leave the field at the end of Chukker number 2. 6 goals to 3 it is, to quickly change and come back out onto the field to get Chukker number 3 underway. In the meantime, we'll go to some messages and adverts from Polo Line for our Polo Line viewers. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Habtoor for Chukker number 3 of our first match here this afternoon between Gantut and Wolves, with the score being 6 goals to 3. The umpires have had a good chat with the third man. And it looks like, although Kaku seemed to have come off the worst of that one there, Penelo's quickly teeing this ball up, and it looks like we have a spot penalty, a penalty 5 in favour of the Wolves for Benka Penelo. So, quick chat as you have Gantu retiring back. It's in range. Let's see if he takes the option of that, see how he feels just as he comes to it, if he keeps it short, or if he decides to go long. You see he's just taking a nice long warm up here, a good practice swing. Getting that pony beautifully balanced. This should be little Aurora. Comes up onto it, gives that ball a ride, it's beautiful, it's looking very good indeed, and straight through the goals it is. I told you it was in range, ladies and gentlemen. These Penelos can hit that ball beautifully, and there's a great example of it. Straight through the goals for Benka Penelo and the Wolves, taking the score 4-6. Umpire Smith to the far side, just counting them down as they come back to the middle to get this underway once more. They've had their disciplinary, so they'll have a nice gap. In comes the ball, does get a little bit stuck in the middle there. Looking to come away with it here now. Flicks that one out there underneath the net, looking to find Ferrari, but first back onto it, easy red Penelo. Penelo up onto it, goes to the tail, backhand, very acute play indeed, and out here for Felix, but Felix just kept off out of that play here now by Kaku, leaving it in turn now, turning on the play with Felix in there, just keeping Ferrari honest on it, so he yields off and leaves it here now for Araja. Araja goes with the next shot, he got over the top of that one and got a little bit too much angle on it, and it goes wide to the left-hand side, out over the back line. So back in possession of the ball are the Wolves. And it looks like it'll be Benka Penelo to bring it in. Sorry, Benka Urquiza. Urquiza up on the play here now. Urquiza goes under the neck with that one there, sends it forward. Out there for Penelo, checks up onto it. Does he go himself? Yes, he does. He's been given a little bit of help. He checks up once more, looking to see what his options are. Does he come inside? No, keeps coming up forward here. Little cat and mouse going on here, looking to find a little bit of a break or an opening. He's got his players running up forward, so this time he unloads it out here now nicely for his, but it's going to stop off out of that play, and the backhand comes in by Kaku. Kaku's backhand out there from Brazil. Good play there by Habtoor, plays the backhand but well intercepted. Here now by Kaku once again, but they're over the top of that play, unsighted on the play, but it falls to Kaku once again. Kaku comes forward, hook once more there by Felix, over the top of it they come, called off it there is Nasser, and it's now left here for Ferrari. Ferrari comes forward here now, Ferrari up on the move, Ferrari once again, gets going up forward here once again, but he's just cut off out of that play. Good backhand there by Akiza with a nice bit of angle on it, allowing Penelo to come onto this one. He's got two men in there working hard onto it, but in behind Akiza comes in to join the party and forms a nice little bit of a blocking there, so it gives him a little bit of space here to try and set this play up, does Penelo. Penelo up on the move, Penelo finds a little bit of gap, comes back in towards the middle of the field to try and shut the angle down and give himself a little bit of space. So this time he pushes that one out, he's looking for the man, but it looks like it's going to be picked up here by Kaku. Kaku comes round, picks it up nicely, Kaku going in there, looking for the shot, and he's just managed to touch that one beautifully, and through the goals it goes for Kaku Araja, making it 7-4 for Gantut. Gantut really on fire out here this afternoon, coming out here with some venom, and you can just see there, it was from where I'm sitting, you can see it actually perfectly. You can see it was just beautifully placed between the goal mouths. So we have Howard Smith bowls it back into play once again. Smitty out the back of the line now, picking it up, here's Kaku, with him is Penelo, straightens himself up, looks for a little bit of gap, gets told to use it, does so, sends it up forward here this time, looking for Nasser, but first back onto this one will be Akiza. An open backhand, couldn't pluck it out there on that occasion there, and Penelo comes up onto it. Penelo comes forward, the man comes across him, and in comes Habtoor, and we get a whistle on that play. And Abruzio's going, couldn't possibly be me. But you can see on this here, it just comes in on into him. And he makes a play on the ball whilst across the line a little bit there. gets the umpire right with his ever utility pickup stick with a magnet on the end to pick up a polo shoe from the field. And we get this opportunity here now. 3:20 on the clock in Chukker number 3. 7-4 it is. The players are quickly changing as the balls can be teed up here now by Pinello from the 60-yard line for a penalty 4. So Benka up onto this here now. Goes with it, hits it, strikes. It's got a little bit wide, it gets stopped, but it gets cleared away here now by Gantut away from the danger zone just to set up a play. Back up into attack once more. Gonza on the play. Opens his shoulder up, looks to unleash that one there for the man coming back onto the field in the form of Kaku. Kaku takes that one away, but he shows too much of that one there this time. The backhand comes in as you've got a man just coming across the line. Felt a little bit intimidated on that one there, did Felix, as his life flashed before him. So we have a ball placed down here now for a spot penalty in favour of Wolves. So Urquiza goes with the first time play. Sams that one up the field here now. Looking to meet it is going to be Benka, but Pony just getting itself tangled up a little bit there in its reins as it was trying to get up, as Benka's on the ground on his knees going, well, what the happened? Well, we'll just get a quick replay of that, I'd say, and see if we can see. You see he's coming from the other end. And in fact, more than anything, it was his pony sucking out of it, I'd say, from where I'm seeing. But let's see what the umpires decide. In the meantime, it gives an opportunity. A couple of players also changing as Benka goes up to the far end to either retrieve or find a different pony. Goes up to that far corner there. And looks to get mounted up. So 2:49 left to play here in Chukker number 3. 7-4 is the score. Fernando just checking his bridle, making sure everything's where it should be as he mounts up once more, and they'll come back to where the whistle blew. If Gantut were in possession, there's a good chance they'll start off with a free ball for Gantut, but let's see what the umpires decide. They might go for the throw, but they're discussing this one here now. It looks like we're getting a free ball for Gantut as they're in possession at the time. So the ball's dropped there by umpire Smith, and Kaku arrives to bring it back into play here now. Kaku comes forward upon the play. You see Gonza gets in behind to give him the support and the option, trying to slip his way through there. Does Kaku, leaves it there for Gonza. Gonza up on the move here now. Gonzalo Ferrari tries to drag that one forward. Does the long reach there of Ferrari. Comes forward again, looks for it at the top of the bounce and gets that one beautifully. There's nothing stopping here, and going up forward, up onto it here, looking to keep the man off it is Nasser. Nasser takes the man and leaves it beautifully there for Gonza. Well disciplined there. Beautiful bit of teamwork play by Gantut, working it up the field. You saw initially that Kaku yielded off and left it there for Gonza. Gonza came through in a hiss and a roar and great pace up the field, and Nasser Shamsi doing a great job here to keep the Wolves player off, out of the play, allowing Ferrari to score that goal. So back in the middle it is once more. Ball into play, out it comes. Quickly on to Urquiza. Urquiza turns, faces forward once again. He has his teammates all gone forward. Drills that one up forward, looking up the front door there this time now for Habtoor, but quickly onto him there is Kaku. Kaku comes in, good bump and a ride off coming in onto that one there with Hussein. Looks to drag that one forward, lost sight of it did Vanello, but it's quickly picked up here and out towards the Villas by Gonza once again. Comes up forward here now, man comes in behind, looks to pick it up as Kaku. Kaku once again. Kaku comes in between the players here and sends that ball nicely up, letting the ball do the work. He knows he's got Ferrari on an absolute flyer, but the ball this time has been well covered by Urquiza. He takes it deeper down into his own territory, doesn't play the backhand, looks to make the turning play, looks to come back inside. As I said, beautifully mounted there by Laborde, and fishes that one up forward here this time, and up forward it comes, but who's going to get onto it first? It's going to be Kaku. Kaku checks it, the man's taken off out of the play. Good discipline once again. Kaku drives that one forward, it's not quite where he wanted that one to go, and it just goes wide to the left-hand side. And out over the back line it is, with 45 seconds on the clock, and 8-4 is the score. So Urquiza, once again, picks up the play, brings up forward, goes to the show and go on his man on that occasion there, feeling confident, goes with a long shot, tends that one nicely up the field, but it looks like it is going to be Kaku once again reading that play, getting onto it first, checking the pony up, got good help in behind him there in the form of Arroyo, and also gets hooked off out of it this time by Hussein, trying to come in onto that one's Nasser, but we get a whistle on the play. So the umpires just have a quick chat with that one there, as the same saying, trying to give the impression that he was actually moving forward, as umpire Wright just explains there. That he was just coming in there a little bit over exuberantly for the umpire's liking, and also for Felix's as well by the sounds of it. So the ball here this time will get moved up forward. And they're just having a quick discussion with the umpires if it's going to go to a 40 or a 60, and 60 it is where the ball's placed down for a penalty 4. 4 goals to 8's the score. And just a matter of seconds left here in this third chukker, with the hooter having already gone.
7 seconds.
So Pinello. Undoubtedly be the last play of this chukker, so an important goal for Benca Pinello. So Benca coming around here nicely. Comes up to this one, drives, shoots, it's beautifully struck, it's into the goal, into the scoreboard, the flags are aloft. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, 5 goals it is now to the Wolves, and 8 goals for Gantoot. And the hooter goes, so that there will end chukker number 3, and we go to the half-time break with the score 8-5. Wolves have got quite a bit to do here. Gantoot been playing like a well-oiled machine in this first half of this match. With them all playing a very big part in the game so far. And we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line.
La verdad que sí, arrancamos hoy, tuvimos primera fecha libre. Estaban los caballos un poco pesados, nosotros fuera de ritmo, pero bueno, por suerte pudimos ganar. Me invitó Kaku, que había hablado con Jamsi para armar el equipo. Cuando me escribió, pareció un programón. Nunca habíamos jugado juntos la primera vez, y con Juanchi ya habíamos jugado varias veces en contra también en Inglaterra y tenemos buena relación, así que me pareció muy divertido. Y bueno, llegamos, empezamos a jugar práctica, la verdad que no pudimos jugar práctica de equipo, pero acá estamos, vamos a ir agarrando ritmo partido a partido. Bueno, un poco ahora el objetivo es andar lo mejor posible acá en Dubái, que Gantoot me dio la posibilidad. Traje caballos, la verdad que estoy muy entusiasmado de seguir organizándome acá en Inglaterra, bueno, también en Argentina, y sí, los objetivos siguen puestos en todo el año. Tengo la posibilidad de jugar con Gastón la Copa de Reina y la de Oro, así que muy agradecido con Jean-Paul y toda la organización por la invitación. Y después otra vez jugar la clasificación a Palermo, tenemos el mismo equipo, poniéndole un poco de ficha a eso y a ver si se nos da para clasificar a Palermo, que sería el sueño. Bueno, la temporada en Argentina la verdad que sí fue buenísima. Tuve momentos increíbles de haber jugado el abierto de suplente de cambiazo y después con el equipo no anduvimos muy bien en la clasificación, pero pudimos terminar ganando la cámara. La verdad que me siento en un momento que estoy contento, me estoy organizando, tengo el apoyo de muchas organizaciones para seguir montándome, principalmente la Delfina, que hoy como jugador apunta a montarme lo mejor posible, sé que es clave y a cada lugar que voy, acá a Dubái, Inglaterra, en Argentina, estoy pensando a qué me puedo subir para poder seguir compitiendo. Creo que estoy en ese momento de apostarle firme a lo que quiero, que como te dije antes es clasificar a Palermo y poder jugarlo, estar a ese nivel, estaría muy contento con eso.
Well, like you say, it's been 15 years. We started at 12 goal and only 4 chukkers. And from there we did a few years like that. Then we went to 15 goals, to 16 goals and 5 chukkers, 18 goals. Now it's 20 goals. And yeah, very competitive tournament. Everybody likes to win it and it's quite good. It's very attractive. Although it's 5 teams in the 20 goal, there is 9 teams playing in the 12 goal. So originally it was only like the high goal, and there were the teams playing in that tournament. Now the evolution of the polo in Dubai is taking us that there is a lot more teams. Some of them will stay at 12 goals, some might go up to 20 goals in a few years. Pieres is a brand name in polo, and they won so many tournaments all over the world. It's always good to have a name like that playing in the tournaments. You have the religious month here, that is Ramadan, involved in the season. For a few years we will have it in the middle of the season, so the season gets shorter because of the religious month. But we still manage to play. We're playing a 12 goal and a 20 goal. The start of the 20 goal still together with the 12 goal. So they're playing both tournaments at the same time.
So welcome back now to all our Polo Line viewers. A little bit of dust in the air from the construction as the wind's just picking up a little bit here, keeping the edge off the heat, even though it's about 25 degrees. So a lovely winter's afternoon here. We can see the progression of the actual match so far. Chukker by Chukker with Gantut and Wolves at the end of Chukker number 1. 3 goals apiece. Gantut stretching them 6-3 in Chukker number 2. 3 unanswered goals. And then in Chukker number 3, we ended up 8-5. You can see what that there. Gantut starting off very strongly. Levelled up by Wolves at the end of Chukker number 1. But Gantut very strong in Chukker number 2. So the two teams lining up here now. On umpire right. To get the second half of this match underway, as I said, Gantut have 1 win so far from 1 match, and Wolves have 2 wins from 2. So, 2 teams line up here now. Will be warned, just looking for that bit of a gap. Umpire right gets that ball into play. Does come out the back, trying to get onto it on his near side was Kaku, but it's going to be Abruzio to pick it up. He's looking for it, but no, Asane picks this up here now. Asane looks to take that wider out. Reckons he's got the pony. Umpire scurries on out of the way as Asane comes forward, up onto the play, looks over his shoulder, see where his teammates are, see what the options are. He goes forward, gets hooked off out of it. Now Abruzio picks this one up once more. Straightens himself up, puts it back into act, yields off it, leaves it there for Kaku, gets half intercepted on that play. Asane working hard here, coming out in Chukker number 4. Felix Asane, Felix comes up full once again. Felix dummies one way, comes forward the other. Gets to be met there now by Nasser. Tries to dribble that ball forward, but just treads a little bit wide on that one there. They couldn't quite pick it up. And in comes Benker to try and pick it up, but on the near side it's Nasser Shamsi comes in onto a stick side. Looks to clear that one away, but in turn it gets picked up on the near side nicely there by Kaku. Near side backhand gets sent back into the throws. Good backhand there by Urquiza. Trying to set that one up for Felix, but it's just backed out once more, making Pinello go back up onto the play. You see Kaku's on that. Somebody must have been told or something to get out of the way. And Pinello's just having a little chat. Looked like his pony just sucked slightly away from him in there on that one there. So it'll be interesting to see which way this one goes. Been Benker being told to get on and use it, or had a problem? But it looks like he's got a bit of a tack issue as well with his saddle and his girth. So he gets himself mounted back up again once more. And dismounts too. And leaves it to the grooms there from Gantut, just helping out to get things sorted out. And yes, it is the grooms that do a marvellous job behind the scenes. There's a massive team behind the players in the form of grooms, vets, farriers, managers, just organising everything to make it run as smoothly as possible for the players on the day. The grooms looking after these horses to the highest possible standard. And we can see there's quite a few clipped horses out there, and the majority of those are ponies that have come with their players. With the Wolves team, the pros mounted themselves, as with the Gantut as well, and possibly a few of the Gantut horses just to top up the numbers. And so just getting Pinello sorted out once again. So he can get mounted back up. Things just not quite going in his direction so far today, but let's see how we get on here now. Let's see what the umpires decide. And there he is, mounted back up once more. And we have a spot penalty here in favour of Gantut. Okako Raja taps it up forward. See the players making a run, looking for a little bit of an option, trying to find a bit of space. I mean, one way then the other this time. Sends it down the boards, down towards us here now. For Abruzio. Gets told to let that one go. Just shows a bit too much of it though to Felix. Doesn't get up to his man in the form of Ferrari. You see, good talking there, chatting going on between Felix and Benker. Sends a little backhand out there for Akiza, little backhand there for Polo. Just nice little weighted play up now for Akiza. Beautifully there on the end of his mallet. Akiza looking to run this one forward. Comes away here now. Looks to flick that forward, but he gets taken off out of the play, allowing Kaku to come in onto it and come round. But soon met, though, by Felix. Backhand comes in nicely there, but he couldn't get back round onto that one quickly enough. But it looks like it is going to be Kaku underneath the neck, looking to set this one up the middle of the field. First back onto it, though, is going to be Akiza. Down his backhand, goes straight. You saw you had the man going to turn onto that backhand in the form of Ambrosio, but he just gets away from him. Looks to come in between the two players here now. Sorry, it was actually Gonza. When Gonza just tries to let that one go for Ambrosio, and in doing so, just slams that straight into Polo. We can see on this replay here, which the umpires will not tolerate any of that. Goes in and drops that one straight into the back of Polo. So a ball's down there for a spot penalty in favour of Wolves. So going up forward, looking to take this one here now is Akiza. Just quickly changed. Benker Akiza comes up there to Ambrosio, puts it out wide past him. Now looking for either one of the players there. Does so, has to yield off it. Does Kaku. Leaving it now for Benko. Benko tries to send that one up the front door here this time to get that one forward for Benko, but unfortunately it's just gone wide out towards the left hand side, unfortunately there for the Wolves. So the score still remains the same here. 8-5. So on the back line, Gantoots. Kaku Raj to bring into play here now. Kaku brings it up forward. Up to his mark in the form of Polo. Cuts that one out here nicely. That's it. Gets hold of that one there and sends it up a little bit further forward. Once again, couldn't quite control that one, but now we have Gonza up onto the play. Gonza gets told to leave it, as does Ambrosio. Leaves it for Kaku. Kaku tries to send that one up here now for Nasser. Nasser tries to get onto it, but it's just stopped a little bit there in its tracks by Hussein comes forward once again, tries to get back onto it, couldn't quite get the clearing shot that he's looking for. The backhand comes in, but it falls this time for Akiza. Akiza fizzes that one up forward, out in towards the middle of the field, but first back onto it. Looks like it's going to be Kaku. Oh, clever play there by Hussein, but couldn't carry it further forward. But this time, Ambrosio gets told to let it go up, and they're all off over the top of that one there, and this time leaving it now for Polo. Polo up on the play. Polo coming forward up over the halfway line. Here you go, and he's over the top of that one there, and he's left it, and the backhand comes in nicely here now. Looking to get onto it is Felix Hussein. Felix comes forward here now. Felix up on the play, looks to come in behind of Kaku, but he's just kept off out of it, coming across there in front of Akiza was Ambrosio, and it is going to be Kaku onto the play once again. Kaku avoids the hook there from Hussein. Kaku lines himself up, goes in towards the goal. He's gone a little bit far out there towards the left-hand side. Habtoor called off it by Benker. Benker doesn't play the backhand, keeps control of the play. This time checks up. The man just drifts away from him and turns away across the face of his own goal mouth here now. Gets half hooked off out of it, but still managed to carry this ball forward. Up onto his near side, couldn't do it. Near side backhand comes in. They're not quite connected as we would like to do so, but coming in to tidy things up here once again is Araja up onto this play, but it's now left in turn there for Akiza. And Akiza said, let's get this ball out of here and up the field, but only as far as Kaku flicks it away from him. Stays stick side, does Kaku. In comes Akiza, the two number 4s together. In comes Hussein, just about unseats himself, but gets back into the plate as it is going to be Gonza Fry to take it round, who's hooked off out of it. It's left there. Oh, and Habtoor comes in onto that play there with Kaku, and we get a hard whistle on the play. Maybe a little bit of frustration. You can see on the replay there. Comes in a near side play. Maybe you've got away with it. Kaku's thinking that it's facing forward by that stage, but possibly across the field. But the umpires will be moving this one up forward, it looks like. We've got players have scurried off the field to change with 2 minutes left here. Well, the official time in Chukker number 4, 5-8 is still the score as we started the Chukker. But the ball's been dropped down. What looks like will be a 60-yard penalty, a penalty 4. As Kaku Raja just walks his pony off. Giving players plenty of time to change. So the ball's teed up there. Kaku's just walking off, and I'm sure he'll be taking the penalty himself. So once he gets mounted back up again, he'll come back out onto the field. Clearly wasn't that happy with that horse after that coming together with Habtoor. So just straightens his mallet out, and as he's about to come out to take this penalty for, gets himself mounted up. So Kaku canters back out on the field here now. So, Kaku Raja. I don't want to give him the commentator's curse, however, there are not many fine penalty takers. Canters round up onto this one. He just loses a little bit of momentum, comes up to it, strikes it well, but it looks like he has just hooked that one out towards the left-hand side. I'm sorry, Kaku. So, we go to the replay there. This came up and Polo just lost a bit of momentum, and so the ball's on the back line. Players called. Well, Benker and Keys to bring into play here now. Benker taps it up forward. Hussein and Polo go with a little bit of a jerk, and oh, he looks to the heavens himself. He thought he could sneak that one in behind the pony for Benker, and it ends up coming off the pony. We get a strong blast on the whistle. We can see on the replay here now. He thought he could just sneak that one behind the pony to get it out for Benker, who's running out towards the picnic area between the two fields on this side of the hotel. But unfortunately for him, it was not to be, and we have a penalty 2 in favour of Gantut, which I'm sure Kaku Raj will be most grateful for. Kaku circles round onto this one here now. Brings the pony back down to the trot and to the walk. Drops the mallet down and bobbles that one away through the goals. Here now it is. 9 goals to Gantut and 5 it is there to the Wolves. So 2 teams come back from the middle of the field here. In front of us here at Polo line. For umpire right to bowl the ball in. So ball bowled into play, clean out. Oh, looked like he was going to come out the line out. Bob came off the pony and quickly onto it is Felix Hussein. Felix coming forward here now. Felix comes forward once again. He's there being hard pressurised. Pony kicks that ball, comes back to him once more. Comes forward, coming round to try and hook him off out of that one there. There's a Rojo coming in between the two players here now, having to work his way through this play here now. Is Hussein. In behind is Pinello. Pinello picks it up here now. He has a Akiza in behind him, and it just comes off the pony, but once again picked up there by Hussein. Hussein goes with the acute neck shot, but it doesn't quite get the angle or the distance he was looking for. So just coming to pick that one up there was Kaku, and a little bit of too much momentum carrying the Wolves player across the line. And we get a whistle on that play. We can see here clearly on the drone that just came across, cleared across the front of him, and the ball going to be dropped down here now for a halfway penalty. For a penalty 5B in favour of Gantut. Kaku just asking the umpire for a different ball there. So he starts to tee this up and has a chat with the guys. Of course, he'd love to go with one, but it just depends how everybody's lined up and how the last vision he sees before he takes his play. He's coming around short this time. So he goes with the tap. Kaku up there, up to Pinello. Kaku once again keeps it moving towards Pinello. Goes under the neck with this one here now, gives that ball a ride. It's going goalward bound, but it looks like it's got too much on it, and out over the back line it is to the left-hand side. No opportunity there for his teammates to get onto it. Struck it well. But over the back line it is. And now once again Urquiza to bring this into play. Brings it up to his marker, cuts this one wide for Polo. Good classic play. Polo settles it down. Hussein in there with Gonza. There goes the first shooter. Gets a bit of protection there from Hussein. Does Polo this time. Tries to give that one a ride. He's got a little bit too much elevation on it. Not quite the distance for it to come back for Urquiza. But Urquiza manages to wait for it and comes back for it. Picks it up nicely. Urquiza keeping on reaching back onto this one here. But the ball comes off the boards for Polo. Polo hooked off out of that play and trying to get onto that one there is Hussein. Hussein picks it up there with Gonza. In behind is Nasser. And it's going to be Hussein coming forward once again. He flicks that one up forward and trying to get that one up here now for Polo. Polo looking for that backhand, and the hooter goes, and ball does go through the goal. Came off a Gantut player as well, so the umpires can unpick that one there. As the players will quickly leave the field to change ponies to come back out for this fifth and final chukker here in our first match this afternoon of the Silver Cup. 9-5. Might just have run out of time. The umpires will have a quick chat about this. So, in the meantime, whilst the players change, we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on for Polo Line. We just got a little bit of a repeat there of that last play that ended the chukker. As Gantut come back onto the field, it's easier for Wolves as it's down there, end of the field where the pony line is. And it looks like the umpires are standing over the ball for a roll-in. Umpire right picks the ball up here now, and we'll have a roll in. Eagerly looking to try and get hold of this ball, our Wolves, to get it through the goal. Equally eagerly, we have Gantut looking to clear it away from the danger zone. Umpire right bowls that ball in play. It comes off out here now, and it looks like coming away with this one here now is Ferrari. Ferrari couldn't quite get the next pick up there, but it's sent up further forward once again here by Roggio. Sends that one up nicely up the front door here once more. Ferrari checking up as he goes a bit wide, going back with him there, goes under the neck. Beautiful play there by Ferrari, but the first man back onto it here will be the backhand of Urquiza, looking to turn this play around here for Polo, but slipping onto that one there in front of Polo was Arroyo. Now picked up by Kaku. Kaku turns, comes back inside once again. Got a little bit of protection there, gives him a bit of space. Now with Hussein there, looks to try and send it forward. Has to work it forward himself, taps it forward once again. In comes the attack, the backhands come in, and we got a little bit of a melee, and the ball gets cleared away and backed off out of it, but only as far as Kaku to send that one back into the danger zone once more, and it looks like it's going to go all the way, not to the danger zone. It's through the goals there by Kaku Raja. Take it 10 goals into double figures there for Gantut. 10 goals to 5. So 2 teams will come back to the middle of the field. And it looks like Gonza's possibly gone to go and change. And so they just decided to wait. I think it was possibly there was an issue with some tack or something, so he's just quickly opted to change pony. So the 2 teams will line up here now on umpire right to get Chukker number 5 back underway once more. 5 goals is the margin between Gantut and the Wolves. So ball back into play. Into play it is, out the back line. Kaku picks that one up nicely. Going back with him. Looks to turn inside there of Pinello and set that one away. Gets half hooked off out of it. The ball comes up full. Couldn't quite get onto it. Could have Habtoor, but the backhand comes in there by Pinello. Trying to set this up for Akiza. Akiza on the play there with Ferrari. Keeps it moving forward. Turns back. Faces up towards the middle of the field here now. There's a man coming in, trying to put the pressure on him in the form of Ambrosio. Gets up away from him. Gonza in front, couldn't quite drag it any further as the hook came in onto him. But it's going to be Ambrosio looking for that backhand, gets the backhand as far as Kaku. Kaku comes in, picks it, makes a turning play, but Hussein comes in onto this one here now and faces himself back up towards the attacking goal and sends that one up forward, looking for Pinello. Pinello coming forward onto it, but first back onto it looks like it is going to be National Shamsi. Under the neck he goes with that one there, looking to clear it away from the danger zone, goes under the neck once more, gets it away, up to the boards, couldn't quite pick that one up. They're all looking for the play, but the first to surface with it looks like it is going to be Akiza. Akiza trying to pick that ball up. There's a melee scrabbles in the back there, but the man to come away with it once again here is Arrojo. Slightly over the top of that one there, keeps it coming forward, takes the hook, looks to keep the play, leaves it in turn there for Gonza. Gonza up onto it, sends that one up middle here now, looking for Kaku. Kaku with Habtoor. Tries to get up past them, but it's just tapped out by Pinello, but picked up nicely there by Ambrosio. But coming forward is going to be Hussein. Hussein picks it up and sends a nice backhand, opening it up, trying to unleash Pinello. Pinello picks it up, takes the hook there on Ferrari and the play. Tries to steal it there, does Kaku, but it gets sent up forward for Ferrari to pick up as Habtoor comes in to try and make the near side play. We get a whistle on the play. So the umpire's side, was he impeding that line? Was he half crossed before Habtoor got to it or not? Or maybe Habtoor's just not, unfortunately, parallel to that line. And it's a good opportunity here now for the players to quickly go and change ponies, as we are about halfway through this 5th and final chukker possibly of our first match here this afternoon. And to follow on this, of course, on field 1 we will have Habtoor versus the UAE. UAE having 1 loss from 1 match, Habtoor having had a win and a loss against the Wolves in their last game. It looks like the ball's been teed up here now for the Wolves by Baker Pinello. And 2 can change quickly as it's up there end of the field. As Benker Akiza goes down to the scoreboard end, the opposite end, to change pony, but Benker's coming up onto it as play's called. Drives it for the 30-yard, the penalty 2, through the goal it goes. 6 goals it is to Wolves, 10 goals for Gantut. You can see on the replay here, Benker coming up onto this one here nicely. On course it. So 2 teams will line up on umpire right once more. 3:20 say on the clock it is. Ball into play. Out the back of the line, out it comes. Kaku wants that, gets hooked off out of it. Left it there for Akiza. Akiza for Pinello. Pinello just slaps face of that ball a little bit. Akiza tries to scramble in and get hold of it, but the backhand comes in there by Kaku after taking the hook, and the backhand changing the direction nicely there was Nasser out there this time. Trying to come onto it is Habtoor. Habtoor takes it out towards the boards. Tries to take that one off the boards, but helping him out there was the backhand by Akiza. Up there this time for Hussein. Fishes that one up forward. Skied that ball nicely. Coming down there for Habtoor. Tries to pick it up. Couldn't quite pick it up cleanly, but it's going to be cut away here now this time for Ferrari on the near side. Coming in onto this one is going to be Kaku, very precise on the top of the bounce on the near side. Up the boards he comes, but yields off it slightly, allowing Pinello onto it. Opens up the backhand. Unfortunately for him, it came off Baker's pony and rebounds back there for Arroyo. Stealing that one away. There was a same, but unfortunately it comes out over the boards as Kaku was wanting something on that play. He reckoned he was facing forward, but I'm sure the replay will tell us otherwise. A little ambitious. But Kaku take the penalty here now. Players called. Comes forward. Just allowing the man to get out of the way so there's no blocking. Brings it up there to Pinello. Looks to get up past Pinello on this one here, but Pinello's got a good ride off, but he still managed to scurry his way forward. But unfortunately, it's under great pressure there by Pinello. He's trying to drag that ball forward, couldn't, but he's fed that ball forward beautifully out towards the side there for him to run onto by Felix. Felix, his ball picked up there by Pinello. Pinello just struggling a little bit there, just brings up forward here now by Benker coming through at pace. Benker taps it up forward, just keeps that short of the man so he couldn't make a play on it. And it is going to be trying to get in onto that play there. Was Kaku, but it looked like he possibly came in between the two players. We have the replay here now. Struggling taking that ball forward, but just coming in between the players, causing the foul. So the ball placed down here now for Habtoor to close this margin a little bit more. 1:47 on the clock it is. 6 goals to 10, and it's Baker Pinello. Very important to get these goals and not have too much deficit. It is Pinello comes in, drives it up to that one, and through the goal it goes for Pinello, making it 7 goals to 8. I'm about to say it is important. There's not too much of a difference, goal difference, because if we have teams, of course, tied, we'll have who beat who and a goal difference to take into consideration. Both teams have to keep playing hard till the last bell. Umpire right gets that ball back into play, gets stuck at the twos, picked up by Nasser. Nasser comes forward, backhand comes in by Benker, gets half stop, picked up nicely there by Nasser. It just gets pulled away from there by Benker. Oh, and there's a bit of discombobulation there, but coming through onto it, here's Ambrosio. Ambrosio going goal bound here now. It's Juan Ambrosio. Ambrosio looking for one more tap, and that's all it took. And Juan Ambrosio capitalises on that opportunity, taking it up now to 11 goals it is to Gantoot, and 7 goals to the Wolves. Let's see on the repeat here now. Ambrosio, when he got himself away, there was no stopping him, and through the goals it is. So back to the middle of the field once more. Just enough time to get this into play, most probably. Ball into play. Gets out the back of the line out. Looking to pick it up there is Pinello. Pinello being chased there by Kaku. Pinello once again. Pinello looking for another goal here now. Pinello couldn't quite pick that one up. Kaku flicks that one underneath the neck, away from the danger zone, goes on to his near side, then plays the big open backhand, but it's a little bit straight. But the man's onto it there in the form of Nasser. Nasser keeps his ball moving up the field here now. Has to go back, straighten himself up once more. Nasser Al-Shamsi. Nasser. And there goes the hooter, ladies and gentlemen. So that there will end our first match here this afternoon between Gantoot and Wolves, with Gantoot running out the winners, 11 goals to 7. So Gantoot have 2 wins. Wolves have 2 wins and 1 loss so far. So another good game there. We'll go to Chukker by Chukker. Thank you very much indeed. We have at the end of Chukker number 1, it was all even Stevens, with Gantoot starting off very strongly with 3-0. It was at one point. They had a very good strong Chukker again in Chukker number 2, scoring 3 unanswered goals, making it 6 goals to 3. And then in the third Chukker, 2 goals scored apiece, making it 8 goals to 5. In fourth Chukker, 1 goal scored by Gantoot, unanswered by the Wolves. And at the end of Chukker number 5, 2 goals apiece were scored, and so the final score was 11 goals to Gantoot and 7 goals to the Wolves. And so we'll go now to a few of the best goals so far. And if you see my screen, unfortunately, got a bit of light on it, and that one there just pinged on through there nicely. And so, and Gantoot putting another one. This is in the first chukker here. They just jumped on Wolves very quickly indeed. The first goal, 2 goals being scored there. And that was a long distance goal there. Being put through, and now we go here there where stolen there by Gonza on the near side, and then underneath the neck beautifully by Gonza Ferrari. And here we have from the spot, Benko Pinello just strikes that ball so beautifully, and straight through the goal it goes. And this is a goal that was scored whereby they all worked well together and passed the ball from one to the other and finished off beautifully there. And so the stats so far of that match, or not so far, concluding the match: 8 field goals scored by Gantoot, only the 1 field goal scored by Wolves. Throw-ins, even Stevens 9 apiece, fouls, even Stevens 10 apiece, so pretty level-headed on that one there. Maybe a little bit high. From penalties, Gantoot, 3 out of 5, 6 from 7 for Dubai Wolves. No corners and no yellow cards, which is great to see, and let's hope we keep on in the same phase into our second match here. And Gantoot and Nassau Shamsi being given a big congratulations there. And great teamwork there from this Gantoot team, with Juan Abrogio there as well, and Juan and Nasser together. And so, ladies and gentlemen, from myself, Adam Snowden, and Polo Line, thank you very much indeed for watching, and we'll be back with you 4 o'clock local time here in the UAE for our second match on Field 1, which will be between Habtoor and the UAE.